All right, guys, what's going on? What's Gucci? How y'all doing today? How is everybody doing today? We got like 13 people on here. What up? What up? Cool green names. Yeah, that's because they are members, which you can become today. You can come right now. What's good to Ali, Beverly, Max, Naruto, Charles, Marcus, Willow, Brizza, or 55. We'll just go with that. The old 55. What's good? DeFi Luke and Kai. What up? What up? What's good, Cameron? Man, are you guys feeling blessed today or what? You know, the thing about today is I wanted lower indices and we got them, but I didn't trade lower. I didn't short. So, you know, it's just one of those days, man. Just one of those days. My brain doesn't really come on until around 12 p.m. You know what I mean? That afternoon stream starts, like that's when I'm awake now, you know? So today, this is how I feel about today. I got to turn the music back on. I can't not have music, at least for me. I think today is going to have the cleanest morning, and I think the afternoon is going to be garbage. As in terms of cleanliness, okay? That's what I mean. In terms of cleanliness. Feeling good. Nasdaq was my biatch today. Very good. Now, I saw a lot of guys on, or accounts on Twitter were shorting Nasdaq today. Although I think S&P had a better short, in my opinion. So, it's cool. Was good, Leon? Was good, Charlie? Life is abundant. I agree. Bit of 5-minute business on Nasdaq. Missed it though. Well, I'm gonna go over what I tweeted. Actually, it's funny enough. I tweeted at the low. I wasn't trying to do that. I tweeted right at 9:33. It was like right at this low, right there. Which again, I didn't try to do. Makes me look cool though. I will tell you that. It's like right here, right there. Bam! I tweeted that we had highs here. So we ran there, and I'm like, oh shit, okay. So then I went long, and then it rallied, and then I got out break even. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. And that's why today stream is called Scalp or Get Scalped. How to keep your face from getting ripped off. But that's a little bit too long for my taste.
but I want to talk about it. Leon caught the Nasdaq for the short. Very nice. It's good. 2020 at the very top. Damn, that's good. That's good. That's a good job. Took gold and cable shorts today. Oh, speaking of British pound. Speaking of British pound, where's the euro at today? Where's the euro at today? That's not fucking bad, huh? That's not fucking bad, is it? Because we've been watching that for, shit, I don't know, a few days now. What we talked about yesterday, that might be the bamboozle higher to go lower? Oh. Interesting. Interesting indeed. I didn't trade that though, but you know, hopefully you guys are understanding, like, look, man, the markets do the same shit. They do the same thing, you know? And we talked about that yesterday as well as last week. That 108.33 level. What's our low of the day? 108.32. Pretty good. Pretty good, I must say. And the only reason is because you brought up gold, which also traded lower in congruence with the euro. Oh, New York was clean though. Take a look at this. All right. This might throw you off a little bit, but look at this. If you guys haven't seen the video that I did on liquidity, I highly suggest you do that for the members. Okay, it's a member only video. But what I'm going to show you this on Nasdaq too, right? What do we have in here? What is all this right here? Consolidation nation, right? That's easy to tell. It's not going up, it's not going down. Sideways. So what does that mean? Well, that means there's going to be opinions up here and there's going to be opinions down here. Right? So the first, I guess, well, movement rather, is what? It traded higher. Okay. So gold, right? We know, or at least we have the opinion that that's backed by data, that gold is the most manipulated asset there is. All right. Well, if we are looking for shorts on euro, thanks, Kevin. If we're looking for shorts on euro and gold is loosely correlated, okay, with euro, all right, we can expect these lows to be taken, okay? Now, yesterday, I don't think I mentioned that because our stream was what? Monday at 12, no. That was like in here. Yeah, yesterday's stream was like right in here, right? 12 to like 1. We were right in there. Is today even Tuesday? Yeah, okay. All right. So this consolidation hadn't really formed yet until almost London. And I wasn't awake for any of this. But what I highly suggest you do, because this is you're gonna shit yourself again. Okay? I know I say that a lot, but it's just like, bro, breakthrough city, okay? Because this is I'm telling you, this is gonna rock your world right now. If you've never seen fractalization before, I hope you got a diaper on. All right. So August 17th, that was a Thursday. That high is at 1903.51. So what took place today? Okay, this is what you got to study. And we're not done because we're going to go look at the indices here in a minute. Consolidation, rallies, and takes what? What does it take? That high, that previous high, right? So that 17, that was probably last week. I don't know if that was the high of last week, but that was a high that was last week. Okay. Drops down, rallies, and then drops down. Now this is where it gets important. Okay, because what's happening right there? Okay, you have some almost equal highs right there, but this is strictly hindsight. But what's happening here? Okay, look, really consider the overall picture here. All right, consolidation, rally for a new high. Euro's bearish, my friend. You knew that. You knew that yesterday. You knew that at the tail end of last week. Right? That's not brand new. Now with gold here yesterday, I had no fucking idea. All right. But then this printed. So then it's like, oh, okay. Well, is this bullish? No. At the time, it might look bullish. It's like, oh, well, it's going up. It's going up. Yeah. But gold is manipulated heavily. Like the most manipulated asset there is. I can't name a more manipulated, maybe penny stocks, but we're not going to get into it. Something that people actually trade, okay? Gold, most manipulated there is, period. Okay. We took a daily high or a previous daily high. Drops down, breaks structure, right? What's it leave behind? Now, again, this is hindsight. I wasn't up at 725. I promise you that. That's a guarantee. It's a 100% guarantee. But you do have an imbalance right there, okay? Look at that. Boom. Next candle, immediately rebalanced. What's it get fucking sent for, dude? See ya. These lows. Instant. Right? Now, we're not at the part yet. We're not at the light bulb yet. Okay? But I want you to take note of this. Okay? Consolidation. Rally for a previous high, breakdown, bearish order flow. Okay? In case you're taking notes, I'll say that one more time. All right? Consolidation. We rally for a previous high, breakdown, bearish order flow. All right? Now watch this. We go over to, not that list. We go over to Nasdaq. What do we have? Consolidation. Rally. Okay. Now this, I don't think was a previous high. Well, this was, but that was taken yesterday. This here on a 5-minute, and this is what some of y'all do. Okay. Not that I'm talking shit a little bit, but you guys send me charts that are really zoomed out like this. And you're like, oh, is this a mitigation? How the fuck am I supposed to tell if that's a mitigation, bro? You are zoomed out, okay? When you zoom out this far, you have to up your time frame, dude, okay? Because I can't do shit with a 5-minute zoomed out like that. I can't do anything with that. So where is this line from? Up candle here on August 14th, okay? So it doesn't take a previous high. It doesn't have to. It's not the same thing. And I know, Nicholas, it's not just you. It's a lot of you, okay? It's not just you, my friend. It's cool. I'm not mad. I'm just saying. It's like, you're asking me shit and I can't answer that. I'm like, I can't fucking tell, okay? It's all gravy, though. It's all gravy. I'm going to show you the way. But anyway, my point, okay, what's happening here? Consolidation, rally, okay? Institutional candle here. Bearish order flow to the lows. Let's look at ES. Let's look at ES. S&P, right? All right, what do we have? Consolidation, rally, imbalance, okay? And that Thursday, August 17th high. That's what's important too. right? 44.36. Oh, well, 37 if you round up. Right. So now do you see it? Now do you see what fractalization is? Let me see if we can do this. What time frame did we have for gold? I don't remember. 5 minutes? All right, we'll keep it here. All right, watch this. Here's gold. Okay. Here's gold. Here's S&P. We'll do this one more time. It's just this. I wish people would show me this. Okay. Here's gold. Gold market, metal, it's a commodity. Here's the S&P. What is the real difference, bro? This is what I'm talking about when people tell me like, oh, I only trade this or I only look at that. It's the same fucking thing. What's the difference, chat? Tell me. Tell me, what is the difference between the S&P here and gold here? What is the real difference? Other than they're completely different assets. But as far as price action goes, what's the difference? I've started using the logic. You say that if market's going to go up up for the day, we go down first, right? And vice versa. If we're going lower, we're going to go up first. Yeah. It won't always be like that. Nothing I say is ever going to be 100% of the time. Okay? Like that's, you know what I'm saying? There's going to be other factors, you know, seasonality and maybe even earnings for the indices. Well, not indices, but like certain stocks in the indices and stuff like that. There's going to be like triple witch days, which is when contracts expire and stuff like that. So there's always going to be exceptions, but in a general sense, more times than not, if we're going lower, we're going to go higher first. If we're going higher, we'll go lower first. So yeah. I think that would have been tripped me up was the fact that I left those equal highs around the same place that took liquidity. Yeah, that's, you know, and that is true. But I can tell you what, if you really zoom in though, that high here, at least for Oanda, not a broker recommendation, it's just, this is the data I look at. That high here to the right is actually higher. So if you incorporate spreads, someone got stopped out here. And then you see the wreckage. So in this instance here, in this case, instead of having the stop at the high here, the stop probably would have went to this high. And I know that's a little bit wide, and that's usually not my favorite. Okay, like so instead of this, like let's mark this up, the lows. Like if we can get a 1 to 3, that's not bad. Right, that's a simple 1 to 3 based on the stop of like the imbalance. But if you look at that and you go, well, shit, those are equal low or equal highs, then it's like, okay, if you anticipated a stop run here, then it could go to that high. The only issue with that is when you water down your risk reward, you know, is a 1 to 2 something you really want to take? Or do you think it's going to extend past the lows? How far can it extend past lows? Well, John, you know, I've been taking notes the last couple weeks and you always talk about imbalances, and okay, well, there's that. That's a little bit better, but you know, who's to say it was going to extend down here? I don't know. I'm telling you, this here today was all hindsight for me. So it's hard for me to say like, you know, what the target would have been. I probably would have just got out right at the lows, to be honest. I wouldn't have waited for all this like extra. Personally. But now do you see like how to backtest, how to study? I just gave you a bunch of shit. If you guys have been enjoying today's stream so far. It's only been 21 minutes, but let me know you're here. Let me know that you've enjoyed the stream by dropping a like on it. I would appreciate that. It is free 99 to do so. All right. Now this is okay. So now that we've gone through that, now I want to tell you why I opened up with, I think the morning was clean and I think the afternoon is going to be shit. And this is why, because look what we've done. Okay. The market again today for the indices, right? Consolidated, S&P rebalanced price and ran the 17th. So that was like a high from last week, just like gold, right? So it's like, okay, the predominant focus has been shorts. So it's like, okay, what do you do with that? Well, let me tell you. If I was short this morning, okay, this would be enough for today. Shit, depending on your entry, it may even be enough for the week. So because we've basically completed this whole debacle here, if you're trying to look for longs, okay, like let's say Nasdaq, for example, you're like, John, I saw your tweet. You're right. We've got some highs up here. You know, are we going to run for that? I don't know. I don't think so. It's going to take literally a complete reversal today. Excuse me. Good morning. It's going to take a complete reversal to get up here. And I'm looking at Dow. Good gracious. Look at the Dow today. I tweeted this earlier as well. I said, look at that 15-minute. It looks like death. And that's because look at this. I think it was like right somewhere in one of these two candles. I'm like, look at the Dow 15-minute. That looks like death. Is that something you want to long? Does the Dow look worthy of longs? No. This looks terrible. I don't even think we took that low from yesterday. So I don't want to long here. And if I'm not going to long the Dow, the S&P could trade higher. The only thing I'm looking at this very moment is how we have a slightly higher low on the Nasdaq and a lower low here on the S&P. So stuff like this could set a low for today, but I'm not convinced right now that I'm going to long to go higher. I'm not going to do that. It could, but I mean, look at it, bro. No. So I think longs are lower probability at the moment. So because of that, I'm not going to do anything. Now, if we get some serious conviction to the upside, yes, I'll look for longs to get to these levels here, 15,060. But I'm not expecting that today. So price is really going to have to convince me. Like, show some real conviction to do that. If not, it's done. Today's done. Like, today's done. Gotta love to see them as the same. Silver too, yeah. Also sold above midnight, New York. Okay. Very nice, very nice. Was it good, Stephanie? Will you put the stream up? What do you mean by put it up, BG? What do you mean by put it up? All the streams here are saved onto the channel. Now, some of them I make member only, because that's just an extra benefit for the members here. But not every stream. I still want people to get free sauce too. But it ain't all gonna be free. You know what I mean? Yeah, I rarely trade Dow. Rarely. It is fun though when you get it right. It sucks when you get it wrong, though, I'll tell you that. That's what I meant. It depends. I mean, I don't really see a necessity to make today's stream members only, but I don't know. You know what I forgot to do as well? I forgot to see how many members we had today because we didn't. I was going to give you guys an update. So I didn't do that. So here's the thing. We have the formation easily for a mitigation here. But what's the target for the S&P? I don't know. The only high probability target for upside to me is Nasdaq. So again, I would pay attention to the lows here today. All right? That's what I would pay attention to. And just see what happens at the end of the afternoon. Either this is going to set the low of the day or it's not. Maybe we need to stream on FOMO. I'm still struggling with that. We can close early today too. It's one of those days. Yeah, you're probably right. FOMO, you know, FOMO, okay, fear of missing out. The easiest one-liner, okay, that I can give you when it comes to FOMO is you will not fear missing out when you truly understand the abundance that the markets provide, like the abundance of opportunities. Okay, there's opportunities every single day. Now, it's not, I don't say that to try to convince you to trade every day, but I'm saying if you looked at it, there are high probability trades every day. Some days are better than others. I think some asset classes are better at certain times than others. So, you know, it depends on conditions, you know, like I said earlier, seasonality factors, potentially news, level 3 news, stuff like that, red folder news rather. So it's very, very complex. All right. But do I trade every day? No. I like watching price every day though. I don't think that'll ever change. If that does change, you need to call the ambulance and tell them I had a stroke or something. So, but anyway, yeah, you have to really just understand the level of abundance. I mean, that I think that comes with time. That comes with a little bit more experience. So, you know, am I worried that the grocery store is going to be out of food tomorrow? No. Why? Because I go to my grocery store 3 times a week the last X number of years. Every time I go in there, it's full of food. You know what I mean? And it's been that way. So it's like, I understand that because I've experienced it, you know? Probably not the best example, but it's the same thing with the markets. So have you been, Karen, let me ask you this. Karen, are you in our Discord? Are all the tier 3 members here in the Discord? Because there's been a challenge that we've been doing the last, I don't know, 5 weeks or so. Have you been keeping up with that? Some of you have. Some of you even post your charts. You don't have to do that, but I like that you do, though. Felix and Beverly said, yeah. Karen's in the Discord. But Karen, have you kept up? with the discipline challenge. So let me ask you this, Felix and Beverly, with the chart printing, has that helped you get rid of FOMO, or what has it done for you? You know, has it increased your knowledge? Has it increased your confidence? Has it decreased your confidence? I mean, it could be a bad thing too. Like, what have you learned from printing the charts? And this is a public chat, so you can, like, you know what I mean? Everybody's going to see it. Matter of fact, that'll be our question for today. That'll be our poll question for the day. What have you learned from printing charts? Oh shit, you know, that's kind of an open-ended question. I'll just say a lot or nothing at all. Or at least, have you learned from printing charts? What have you learned? A lot or nothing? That's my question. Predominantly for the members, even though it's a public chat. Should make it member only. I haven't done that in a while. Recently joined the tier 3, but yeah, I'm aware of the challenge going to start participating. Yeah, so you're gonna have to give it, I don't know, at least, I want to say like 90 days. I don't know how many weeks that is. 12 weeks or so. And Nicholas, the challenge is in the Discord. I mean, it's very simple though. I mean, it's, you know, it's just printing a chart every day. Well, it started off with 1 per day. We've bumped it to 2 per day. But if you don't think you can do that, then start small. Just print 1 per day. Because this is the thing. The challenge isn't whether you can do it or not. It's how consistent you can be. It's kind of like journaling. Journaling is the easiest fucking thing there is. Just take a pen, you write some words. Simple as that. But sometimes it's so easy that we don't do it. And you'll realize that you lack consistency. And that's what it's supposed to do. You know, challenges are supposed to expose your flaws. They're supposed to, you know, tell you where you lack so you can fix that. You know? It's like, oh shit, I forgot. I did it on Monday and Tuesday, but I forgot on Wednesday. Okay, well, you might have a scheduling problem. You might have an organizational problem. You don't, you know, utilize a calendar or, you know, alerts or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's supposed to be for. I just don't tell you that because I want you to find it out on your own. It's kind of like why sometimes I post books, but I won't post quotes from the book because I want you to read it. Naruto says, chart printing has shown me that there are several opportunities every day. Get to also see the consistency of the market. I like that. It definitely increased my confidence as well as my knowledge. I didn't know about the challenge. I barely upgraded to tier 3 2 weeks ago. Beverly, well, now you know. And you should be able to see the chat, the announcements tab. It should let you look at old posts. If not, then that's my fault. Never ran a Discord before. All right, I'm doing my best here. Doing my best, okay? So, don't expect perfection. Giving me confidence, says Kevin, at the moment of analyzing live markets and has made me more knowledgeable by studying from other markups. Nicholas needs a printer. My friend, if you have a printer at work, use that. Use that. especially if you work for a large company. Use their ink, don't use yours. I have a printer, and trust me, I don't like buying ink. It's a tax write-off, but it's like even the refurbished ones, like even the used and like knockoff fucking, you know, just off-brand shit, even they're expensive too. It's crazy, but it's worth it. It is worth it. Doing the discipline challenge has made it easy for me to add new habits that I maintain consistently each week. You're a goat for challenging us. I appreciate that. It's not something that you have to do, though. You can always say, I don't need a challenge, John. Printing off a chart, that's bullshit. Printing off a chart's not going to teach me how to fucking trade. I don't know if you guys really think like that, but, you know, it's just, you can always say no. You always have the option of saying no. So, just my recommendation, that's all. Journaling Eli says, journaling has helped me a lot, and taking more notes on the books. I like it. I like it. Kevin says, it exposed me that I lack consistency. We tend to overlook the easy things in life. Yes, we do. That's why I overlooked my ex. Oh, shit. I had to throw that in there. I'm sorry. All right. Beverly said, I'm going to go back and check Discord. I'm going to start participating. My bad. It's all good. It's all good. Posting each day for the challenge also helps me to stay accountable to myself and the community. Went to the store to buy ink just to maintain the consistency. That's good. That's good. I get mine off of Amazon, but you know, it's cool. My shit was fucked up last time. It was like 2 weeks ago. I was printing off a chart, but every color was orange. And I'm like, why is my green and pink orange? So I had to replace the color side, and then the edges were faded too. So I replaced the black ink as well. And yeah, I mean, that was my last one. I got to buy more. Shit, I just bought a bunch of shit. I just spent like $200 yesterday. I bought like 2 ring lights. Some, what do you call them? They're like photography backdrop boards. Just like $50. I'm like, what the fuck? For some cardboard? So they better look crispy. It better look clean. And then I forgot what else I bought. I think I spent like $20 on pens. No, I spent like $25 on pens. Let me just take a look real quick, chat. I'm excited for these pens. They are, as I actually got one of them in my hand. It's the Pilot G2. You know, you know you're an adult, or at least you know you're old when you get excited about pens. But for real, look at this. Look at that. Look at this. See, I purchased it August 21st. That was yesterday. This is clean, bro. Look at all these colors. Look at that. That's badassery right there. For real. So. There's that. And then I bought pink ones as well. And a tripod. That's what it was. The tripod. The 75-inch tripod. And then 2 ring lights. All those pens. And then the photo backdrops. That's all I got. And that shit was $200. What has this world gone to, man? What the fuck? Literally, all I got was pens, a backdrop, 2 ring lights, and a camera tripod. $200. That's crazy. That's just bonkers. But you know what though? It's gonna be good stuff. It's gonna be good stuff. I've got one right now. I don't know if you guys can really tell. It's blue. If you couldn't tell already, you can see around my head here that my room is purple. Okay? The fan has 3 light bulbs. 2 of them are purple, and one of them is yellow, I guess, or white. Maybe the outside part's yellow. I don't know. But either way, that's why my room looks the way it does. I've had it this way for a few years, but I think I'm going to change it. Because what I want to do is probably, I'm going to mess with the camera settings, and I might zoom it out a little bit, and then I might have the 2 ring lights and have like a pink one on one side and have a blue one on the other side. And I think it's going to look sick. I think it's going to look cool. But it's got to look right. It can't look like shit. And I think that's why it looks like shit, because of the purple lights. But the reason I do that is because it's very relaxing. It's very calm in here. You know? In the Navy, we had, if the ship was supposed to be dark, like darkened ship or whatever it's called, instead of regular white lights, we had red lights. And if you've ever seen a movie like that, like a movie about the military, like a submarine or a ship, you might have seen that, where it was a scene and all the lights were red. That's a real thing. Now me, I didn't want to make it feel like I was still in the Navy. So I said, I'm not doing red, but I will do purple. So it's very relaxing. It's calm. My charts are very relaxing and very calm as well. There's a reason for that, man. There's a reason for that. That, and as soon as you step out, everything's bright as fuck. Like everything's vivid. You go outside and it's like, whoa. Colors. Or what is it? It's contrast. Like I walk outside and everything has a high contrast. Because I'm so used to like purple, you know? Snipping tool. My chart markups, post them all on my Telegram instead of review 10 charts a week has added value. Yeah, that's probably the only thing I think Telegram is good for, like a personal journal, personal chart thing. I mean, Facebook does that too. Like I have a chat with myself because that's, you know, how I transfer shit over. But I use Telegram for that because Telegram will actually transfer the actual quality of the image and Facebook doesn't. Content about to get more fire. Here's the difference. Okay. And man, we have not done anything here. Here's the difference, man. I've seen other people's content, like especially Casper, right? I think Casper's a great guy. He's cool. And bro, I don't know who edits his videos, but that shit's crazy in a good way. But like me, I don't do that shit, bro. And that's probably why I don't have 50,000, 100,000, you know, subscribers, because I don't make content like Alex Hormozy. Transitions every 5 seconds, words dangling all and sparkly in front of you and all this crazy shit. Bro, I'm just going to show you some shit, talk about some shit, and leave it at that. Editing is very minimal. It, you know, it doesn't require like a week, you know, to send it off to somebody, have them edit it, come back, upload it, and all that. Like, it's too much, man. It's too much. I heard Alex spends 6 figures a month on editing. So I don't know if that's true, but if it is, you got it, bro. You got it. It ain't me. It ain't me. Use the red lines in the field as Marines as well. Yeah. Well, it's because of the distance. Red is seen like only in short. The distance that light travels. That's what I'm saying. So like when ships pass by each other, it's way easier to see a white light, like a lighthouse, for example, versus a ship that has a couple red spots on it. Way harder to see. Why are you recently mostly looking at Nasdaq? Because Nasdaq's the only one with a high probability upside target, but I don't think it's gonna hit. I don't think it's gonna get there today, and I think the morning session is what has done the majority of the movement today, and I think a reversal is rather unlikely today. You're a videographer, can make real cheese with a video camera. Good video content is digital gold to a brand or a business. It is. I don't have that. I got a Rebel T7. That's what you're looking at me through, is a Rebel T7. I spent like almost $600 on that, and that's just for the webcam. I don't use it for anything else. Hopefully you can appreciate that. Okay? Almost $600 just so you can see me. How about that? Just for you. Otherwise, I wouldn't have a camera on. But pretty much every streamer does, so it's a requirement. Appreciate that, Will. How can we prepare for news? What do you mean, Dennis? Prepare for news? You just let the news hit. And that's it. I don't trade ahead of news. Maybe afterwards, but not beforehand. So yeah, today's gross. For longs at least. Again, I did long in here, but broke even. I don't feel bad about it because it definitely would have stopped me out if I left it open. Couldn't even get past this imbalance here, like right before our stream started. And then it's just been heavy. I tweeted that earlier. The market's very heavy. Shallow retracements, just heavy trading lower. We're seeing that continue. Yeah, I think that was it for what I got. But the photo backdrop board is what it's called. That's for actually the book page. That's not even for my Instagram. A few more months left and we can add BRICS USD to our watch list. Yuck. I don't know about that. I mean, I guess we can. But is everyone here following the book page? The wall shelf? We got 18 votes for what have you learned from printing charts, and all 18 of you said a lot. That's good. When do I get a new color sniper? I don't know. I can probably look it up if you give me a second to look at it. Let me take a gander. me see. We had... Then we had someone... I think we did. Someone did join yesterday. I'm pretty sure. Andreas. And we had Marcus Z today. Shout out to you guys. But let me see. We have... So Willow, it says 4 months, but it says that for quite a few of you. It doesn't give me a specific number of days. But yeah, you were one of the first ones, if not the first one. One of the first ones. Yeah, it just says 4 months, and I think it's 6 to get a new color. Let me double check real quick. Here, let me put this out one more time, okay? I might screenshot this as well. A new member is the bronze one. 1 month is silver. 2 months is green. 6 months is blue. 12 months is gold. So you're, I would say, less than 2 months away from the blue one. So you'll be able to go from green to blue. I wish it wasn't that way, though. Because I would have done 1, 2, 3, probably 6, and then 9, and then 12. But I don't have that option. They don't let me set the time limit. It's automatic. So I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. And it looks like we swept those two lows right there. So now I'm no longer looking at that like this is going to be our low today. Like that slight divergence here. Like I'm not obviously looking at that like that's going to be our low because we made a lower low here. So probably going to be one of those days where it is best to, I mean, if you want to watch the markets, I would come back at 2. I'd give it an hour break, come back for the final hour. If not, I would just wait altogether and just come back tomorrow. DeFi Luke said, followed yesterday after watching yesterday's recording. Oh, nice. What was it? What did we even talk about yesterday? The indices, right? I don't remember. Yeah. I remember now. I remember. Because I told you about, where's Monday? 12. Is that here? Wait. There it is. Okay, sorry about that. I was confused as fuck. All right. I'll update you from yesterday. That reminds me. I appreciate you pulling that up or mentioning that yesterday. So we talked about this high, right? 4408.5. And we talked about how this was a good setup, but you're coming off that daily low and it looks like some stop runs, but the higher time frame is going to smack anything on the smaller time frames. The smaller time frame will never take premise over the higher time frame. Okay? So it's like, okay, well, what do you do with that then? Well, if it's not going to short, what's it going to reach for? Liquidity, right? So I think I tweeted that we got the 4408 level, but I said study how we got there. Okay. I said, study how we got there. 44.10 was all I was expecting. We ended up going to 420. So, which is cool. But I said, look, hey, man, how did we get there? And what I wanted you to see was this right there. Right here, my friends. Bam. Gap within the down candle. And then price sent immediately higher. So even though that was late, I mean, look at it. Yeah, it was late, sure. But higher time frame premise. You joined on the third day you had memberships available. Yeah. Very nice, very nice. Tacos. We talked about tacos yesterday? I guess that doesn't surprise me. Oh, yeah. Because I was saying how the Uber driver went past my house and I was fucking mad. But then I was like, there were people in the Holocaust, bro. And that was like that perspective. It's like, okay, maybe I shouldn't bitch about certain things. But that was the point yesterday, is if you're wrong about shorts, okay, you can still get in sync with the market going higher. And that was kind of the point of that. So hopefully you can appreciate that and study that. Don't be miserable in advance. Yes. Which I changed the thumbnail for so you can find it easily. So that would be an institutional candle? Yes, it would be. It's also protected with a fractal as well. The only thing I don't like is these lows like right here. But at the same time, it was the 1 minute, I think, that had some highs as well here. Right here. So there's really no opportunity to short anything in here to go to these lows. And price was respecting the 5 minute, and then it came back for that gap right here too. And then it sent. So and it looks a little weird on the 1 minute because it doesn't make sense. It's like, well, what the fuck? And that's why, is because this is better seen on the 5 minute right here. Reaching for the liquidity here. So, I mean, it would have been a scalp, but it would have been a very small risk and a decent reward, but not a lot. And that's okay. The indices provide scalps almost every day, pretty much every day. So I just am not really seeing a whole lot for today, like for this afternoon and in particular. I mean, look at this. This is junk. We've been here an hour. It's done nothing. Literally, we've been here for an hour and it's done absolute jack shit. Would you trade direct after liquidity sweep and looking for a quick scalp? Yeah. Yeah. Maybe not always, but it depends. Like Nasdaq earlier, I was watching it, but I didn't trade this. I think it was here. Because I tweeted at 9:33. Right there. Matter of fact, let me find it real quick just to show you. And then we'll hop off here. But I won't have 100 last things like I usually have. Not today. I know I'm pretty bad at that. All right. Which again, I wasn't trying to call this low, just so you know. But right there, Indices heavy this this morning. Very light retracements offered for S&P. Nasdaq left some clean highs open too. And then it's like, okay, price reversed, drops down. There's an imbalance right there. Again, I wouldn't have long that. I didn't. I wouldn't. I'm just showing you what actually transpired today. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, that could have been a ride up to these highs. And look how close it gets, but it never gets there. And then it just gets sent lower. And that's why this was a break even for me. Because I actually got in on this right here. And then it rallies close to the highs. And then it came down to get me out. And it's like, okay, well, fuck it. I'm going to leave it alone. And then it does a whole lot of nothing and then just rips ass today. So the whole point of this stream, the whole purpose of me titling that is because I had the lows down here. I had the S&P thinking that, you know what, it's probably going to trade lower. The idea here would have been a short-term scalp because I was just looking for this imbalance. Obviously, you see that it didn't work, but I'm saying on a 2-minute time frame, I was just looking for a move like that. Imbalance right up to the highs, in, out, done. That's what I was looking for. Now, I went into this knowing that it was counter, I don't want to say trend because it's not a trend, but the predominant focus is lower, okay? And I'm trading long. So am I just going to leave my stop open? No. I'm going to move that bitch as soon as it starts going my direction. At least, you know, because at the time, this was a strong up candle. So I went break even, and then I just got knocked out, and it was simple as that. Okay? But, like I mentioned a minute ago, the predominant focus yesterday for the afternoon was long. We talked about it, right? Coming off that daily low. So that's why this one, it traded right into that and then didn't come down like for a break even. It just went in there and then sent for the liquidity. That is what I was looking for, right? Something in, out, quick and dirty. And we just simply did not get that. So it's not a big deal. And that's why I moved my stop fast, because I could have easily taken a loss. So order flow is either going to be respected or not. And as soon as I see signs of it not respecting, I'm not going to hold that. And I'm out. Oh, just keep your stop loss. Man, fuck that. I'm going to take a full loss? No. No. I'd rather take a break even than a loss. 10 times out of 10. Mitigation model building on Nasdaq? Is it? I mean, in a way, this looks like doo-doo, man. This looks like doo-doo. This looks horrible. But I'm not going to spend all day here. I'm probably going to have lunch. I might read for a bit, and then I'll come back for probably the last hour. Or I'll have lunch right here and just watch it. But I don't think I'm going to trade anything today. You have goosebumps right now? Why do you have goosebumps, Edgar? Is it cold or what? It is pretty cold in here. I got my socks on right now. I got my Nike socks on. Not that you guys need to know that, but, you know, we're here. We might as well. Anyway, that'll do it for today. I'll put out the market review later tonight. You guys will have that, and we'll be good to go. So stay blessed. I will see you guys for the market review. You'll have that, and then I'll be here tomorrow. Same time, same place, right here on YouTube.